students, standard 9th, chapter 6, lines and angles, and we are in the third session. In the previous session, we learned about types of angles: acute angle, obtuse angle, right angle, reflex angle, straight angle. Alright, but acute angle, obtuse angle and right angle, they only fall in the definition of angle. The other two don't, right? Then we learnt about the types of pairs of angles: a linear pair of angle, a pair of vertically opposite angle, complementary angles, supplementary angles, correct? Alright, so we will continue to learn the types of pairs of angles. But today, the types of pairs of angles that we are going to learn is based on transversal of coplanar lines. Okay, so you might wonder what is transversal, but perhaps you all have learned in the earlier class. Okay, anyway, we will recall it. Okay, what is transversal, what is coplanar lines, okay, and then we will see the types of pairs of angles based on transversal of two coplanar lines. Okay, but before seeing transversal and what are coplanar lines, let's discuss about intersecting lines. Alright, if two lines are given, then what can be said about their intersection? Children, look at the diagram. Here, the black line L is given and the green line M is given. M I have written at left hand and L I have written on right hand. Black line and green line, they are coinciding lines. They are overlapping lines. So here L is equal to M. And are they intersecting? Do they have any point in common? Yes. Each and every point of line L is also a point of M. So the whole lines are, all the points on the line are common. So here I can say L, this is symbol of intersection. M is equal to L or M. पूरी line में intersection हो रहा है. चलिए. Here this is line L and line M. Extend them. Let those lines be produced further and further in both the directions. Will they ever meet each other? Will they intersect? Meet means intersect. The literature word is meeting, the lines meeting each other, and mathematical word is lines intersecting each other. Here L intersection M is null set 5. Matlab they are not intersecting, no point. And in this case, say suppose this is L and this is M. They intersect in one point. So L intersection M is, we'll write in the curly bracket, P. Alright? Did you understand? So, if you are talking about intersecting lines, two lines can either intersect each other or do not intersect each other. In the first and last figure, the two lines are intersecting, and in the middle figure, the lines are not intersecting. So if two lines are given, I am talking about two lines. If two lines are given, either they intersect or they do not intersect. If they do not intersect, we call them parallel lines. We call them parallel lines. And if they intersect in one point or they intersect in itself, then they are intersecting lines. So two types of, if you are talking about intersecting lines, you have two lines, either they will intersect or they will not intersect. If they will not intersect, they are parallel lines. And if they intersect, they will do it in two ways. They will intersect in each other or they will intersect in one point. Here, if the lines are equal, when they intersect each other in the line itself, then the lines are equal. But when they intersect in a point, the lines are not equal, matlab distinct. We have learnt about that. These are distinct lines, these are equal lines. So if distinct lines are intersecting, they will intersect in one and only one point. So that is all about intersection of lines. Alright, fine. Now we can see what are coplanar lines and what is transversal. Alright children, please pay attention. Here 3 more figures can be observed. Did you see them? Okay. 2 lines, definitely they are not intersecting. 2 lines, yeah, if you allow the lines to be produced further, you will find they will intersect somewhere. And here 2 lines, very clearly seen that they are intersecting in a point. Here, okay, these are parallel lines and these are non-parallel lines. Non-parallel lines means intersecting lines. They are one and the same. They are 2 distinct lines, so they will intersect in one point. And here the point of intersection is clearly seen. Here you will have to realize that if lines are extended in this direction, they will meet somewhere in one point. And in this direction, they will never meet. In case of parallel lines, neither they will meet in this direction nor they will meet in this direction. So in both the directions, these lines are not going to intersect. Here in one direction, they are going to intersect. Alright. So these are 2 distinct intersecting lines. Alright. Now look here. Please pay attention. Here is a, okay, this is line L and this is line M. This is line L and M. Line L and M. Okay. First try to understand what are coplanar lines. What do you mean by coplanar lines? Children, this pair of lines, this pair of lines and this. So all the 3 pairs of lines, they lie on the same board. एक ही बोर्ड पे है. Board is one plane. एक plane है. Board is one plane. और सारे के सारे pairs of lines, they lie in the same plane. That's why they are called E का AR हो जाएगा coplanar lines. So what is the definition of coplanar lines? 2 lines, 2 distinct lines, okay, lying in the same plane are coplanar. 2 equal lines होगा तो एक ही plane में होगा. So we have to talk about 2 lines, 2 distinct lines. Distinct lines we have to talk about. 2 distinct lines contained by the same plane or lying in the same plane are called coplanar lines. So यहाँ 3 figure आपको दिखते हैं. They all are coplanar lines. और उसको coplanar दिखाने के लिए let's put them in one box. So that shows the name of this plane is alpha. Let's put them this also in one box. And इसको भी एक बॉक्स में रखते हैं. अल्फा, ये प्लेन को बीटा कहूं, ये प्लेन को गैमा कहूं. Somewhere they are written alpha, beta, gamma. They are Greek letters. Alright? They are used to represent plane. This is plane alpha, this is plane beta, this is plane gamma. L and M lie in the same plane alpha, so they are coplanar lines. Line L and M, they lie in the same plane beta, so they are coplanar lines. Line L and M lie in the plane alpha. Sorry, gamma, but I wrote alpha. Gamma is somewhat like this. Okay? Fine. Now the question may arise in your mind. Sir, ये सारे के सारे pairs of lines एक ही plane में तो है. Then why you call alpha, beta and gamma? आप समझ लीजिए कि alpha जो plane है वो board वाला plane है. ये मैंने बॉक्स कर दिया ना, सो उसको समझो ये बीटा उसके ऊपर है, ऐसे वो बाहर निकल के आया है, वो दूसरा प्लेन है. और गैमा कुछ ऐसा, ओके, ये अपना बोर्ड वाला प्लेन, ये बीटा प्लेन, और ये ऐसे ऐसे दिखा दिया गैमा प्लेन. एक ही प्लेन, ये प्लेन है, प्लेन उस प्लेन में दोनों है, ये प्लेन में है और ये बोर्ड वाला प्लेन में है. So that is how you have to understand. Okay? Chaliye. Now, you can see 2 coplanar lines here. Correct? L and M. And it is intersected by third line T in 2 distinct points A and B. Same way, I am drawing third line T which intersects these two coplanar lines in two distinct points X and Y. Yes, I have a third line here, T. It intersects L and M in two distinct points P and Q. Now, this red line that I have drawn, what can be said about this line? This red line T intersects two coplanar lines in two distinct points. Such a line is called transversal. Such line is called transversal. Are you getting me, children? Sure? Fine. So what is the definition of transversal? A line intersecting two coplanar lines in two distinct points is known as transversal of those two coplanar lines. Alright? Now, if I draw a black line here, let me say T dash. वो लाइन का नाम मैं T dash देता हूं. So can you see black line intersects L and M both. It intersects L. Let's say this point is capital M. Point के लिए capital. Alright. So T dash intersects line L in point M. T dash intersects small m line. Okay. Also in M. But can you say T dash is transversal? It is intersecting both the lines, but in one and the same point, not in two distinct points like PQ, XY, AB. Yaha T dash, the black line, intersects L and M in one and only one point M, not in two distinct points. So T dash is not a transversal. T is transversal. T is transversal. T is transversal. So in these three figures, T's, the red lines are transversal. The black line is not transversal. Here, red line is transversal of blue lines L and M, which are coplanar. Red line T is transversal of blue lines L and M. Red line T is transversal of two coplanar lines L and M. Black line T dash is not a transversal. So once again, transversal is a line which intersects two coplanar lines in two distinct points. Clear to you? So now we are going to see, children, transversal and two coplanar lines, how they form an angle. But before moving to that, we have also learnt this. These are two intersecting lines. Suppose this is line AB and this is line CD and they intersect in point O. So when two distinct lines are intersecting, they will always intersect in one point and they will form four angles. Angle 1, angle 2, angle number 3 and angle number 4. Four angles are formed. Correct? Now, you have learned 1 and 2. They form linear pair. So here, linear pair of angles. Okay? 1 or 2, angle 1, angle 2. That is first pair. Then angle 2 and angle 3. They are also linear. Angle 2 and angle 3, linear pair. Third pair. Angle 3 and angle 4, they form a linear pair. Angle 3 and angle 4. Then angle 4 and angle 1, fourth one, angle 4 and angle 1. So four linear pairs of angles are formed when two lines intersect. We have already seen that, but revision today is important. And what about angle 1 and angle 3? They are called pair of vertically opposite angles. Pair of vertically opposite angles. First pair, angle 1 and angle 3. Angle 1 and angle 3. second, angle 2 and angle 4. Correct? So when two distinct lines intersect each other, we get 4 linear pairs of angles and 2 pairs of vertically opposite angles. Alright? Chaliye children. Alright children, let us look at these two figures. Suppose this is line AB and this one is line CD. It is intersected by a transversal. And that is T. You can say this is L, M. And ये line का नाम दे दूं P, Q. Suppose it intersects in point X and Y. Alright? Okay? Now look here. The two lines, coplanar lines, are green lines. So the region between them, ये वाला region, this region between the two lines, उसे कहेंगे इंटीरियर. उस रीजन को क्या कहेंगे? इंटीरियर. एंड ये दोनों लाइन के ऊपर का भाग और नीचे का भाग, दिस रीजन. ऑलराइट, ये जो रीजन आपको दिखता है, वी शैल कॉल इट एक्सटीरियर. एक्सटीरियर. Alright. Now see children. Okay. Here, red line T and green line N intersect. So we have two distinct intersecting lines in one point. So how many angles are formed? Angle number 1, angle number 2, angle number 3, angle number 4. 4 angles are formed at this junction. The point of intersection is junction for the two lines. Same way, the red line and green line M, they also intersect at Y. So 4 angles would be formed here as well. I'll continue numbering. This is 5, angle number 6, angle number 7, and angle number 8. So 4 angles at first point of intersection and 4 angles at second point of intersection. So totally 8 angles are formed when a transversal of two coplanar lines are given. Are you getting my point? So how many, I'm talking about angles, not pairs of angles. Totally how many angles are formed? 8. 4 at one point of intersection, 4 at other point of intersection. So totally 8 angles are formed. Yes, I have given the number. Angle 1, angle 2, angle 3, angle 4, angle 5, angle 6, angle 7, angle 8 and angle 8, up till angle 8. Correct? Okay. Now tell me interior angles. Interior angles. मुझे नंबर दो, जो भी इंटीरियर एंगल्स है वो नंबर दो. या ये ग्रीन लाइन रीजन में कौन सा है? 3, 4, 5 और 6. एंगल 3, एंगल 4, एंगल 5 और एंगल 6. Angle 3, angle 4, angle 5, angle 6. They are in the interior of these two parallel lines. Okay? So they are called interior angles. Now, exterior angles. Can you give the number? Very easy, isn't it? जो बाहर है 1, 2 और नीचे 7, 8. So angle 1, angle 2, angle 7 और angle 8. So 4 exterior angle है. Are you getting me children? Sure. अब हम pairs of angles की बात करेंगे. Alright? Pairs of angles की बात करेंगे. Pair of angles. First, 1 in interior plus 1 in exterior. ऐसी जोड़ियां दो जो एक इंटीरियर में है और एक एक्सटीरियर में है. देखो 1, 4. स्टार्ट विथ 1, 4. Angle 1, angle 4. Then complete with 4, 1 only. 1 or 5. 1 एक्सटीरियर में 5 इंटीरियर में, एंगल 1 एंगल 5, एंगल 1 एंगल 3, एंगल 1 एंगल 3, एंगल 1 एंगल 6, एंगल 1 एंगल 6. These are pairs of angles in which one is in the interior and other one is in the exterior. अभी तो केवल सिर्फ 1 से खत्म हुआ, 2 से शुरू करो. एंगल 2 एंगल 3, एंगल 2 एंगल 3. 2 is in the exterior, 3 is in the interior. Then angle 2 angle 4, angle 2 angle 4. 2 is in the exterior, 4 is in the interior. Angle 2 angle 5, angle 2 angle 5, and angle 2 angle 6. Angle 2 or angle 6. All right, pairs बनाया. Now start with 7. Start with 7. All right, can we start with 7? जो एक्सटीरियर हो उसके साथ स्टार्ट करो. 1 के साथ स्टार्ट किया, 2 के साथ स्टार्ट किया. नाउ वी कैन स्टार्ट विथ 7. एंगल 7 और एंगल 6 है ना. 7 is in the exterior, 6 is in the interior. Then angle 7 or angle 5, exterior interior, exterior interior. Angle 7 and angle 3, angle 7 and angle 4. So these are all pairs of angles in which one is in the interior and other is in the exterior. Similarly, you can start with 8. Angle 8 के साथ इंटीरियर में है एंगल 5. अगेन एंगल 8 के साथ इंटीरियर में है एंगल 6. एंगल 8 के साथ इंटीरियर में है एंगल 4. एंगल 8 के साथ इंटीरियर में है एंगल 3. So if you look for pair of angles in which one is in the interior and other is in the exterior, then you get totally how many? 4 fours are 16 pairs. 16 pairs of angles in which one angle is in the exterior and other is in the interior. Say suppose sir, you start with 3. 3 is in the interior, then 2 is in the exterior. 3 and 2 वो तो already आ गया. 3 और 7, 3 interior, 7 interior. 3 and 7 आपको मिल जाएगा यहाँ. So if you start with this, it will be repeated from here only. और ज्यादा angles, pairs of angles मिलने वाले नहीं है. So understood, one in the interior and other in the exterior. समझ में आया? अभी जो जोड़ी मैं लेने वाला हूं वो इंटीरियर में ही लेने वाला हूं. पेयर ऑफ एंगल इंटीरियर प्लस इंटीरियर. चलिए फर्स्ट वन क्या 3 और 4 इंटीरियर में ही है, एंगल 3 और एंगल 4. सेकेंड 3 और 6, एंगल 3 और एंगल 6. 3 4 3 6, खेल खत्म. नाउ 4 और 5, angle 4 and angle 5, both are in the interior. Fourth, angle 4 or 6, angle 4 or angle 6, and angle 5 and angle 6, angle 5 and angle 6. Is anyone left? 3 4, 3 5, 3 6. 3 5 is left, right? Here. So sixth one, 3 4, 3 5 and 3 6. So that angle 3 5 is left. Then 4 5, 4 5, 4 6. 4 5 and 4 6. 4 3 तो 3 4 आ गया है, right? I start with 3. 3 4, here it is. 3 5, here it is. 3 6, here it is. Then I start with 4. 4 3 नहीं लेना है. 4 5, here it is. 4 6, here it is. Then I start with 5. 5 4 5 3 आ गया. 5 6, here it is. So you are going to get 6 pairs of angles, and both these angles lie in the interior. Similarly, I am going to take exterior plus exterior. First pair. I start with 1. 1 2, angle 1 and angle 2. Then angle 1 and angle 8. Angle 1 and angle 8. 3. Angle 1 and angle 7. Correct? Now I start with 2. 2 or 1, 1 and 2. वो आ गया है. So 2 and angle 8. Angle 2 and angle 8. Angle 2 and angle 7. Angle 2 and angle 7. Then I start with 8. 8 और 2, 8 और 3 आ गया. 8 और 1 आ गया. 8 and 7, 6. Angle 8 and angle 7. Correct? If I start with 7, सब आ गए. 1 के साथ, 2 के साथ, 8 के साथ. So again we get 6 pairs of angles where both the angles lie in the exterior. Here we are talking about angles formed by transversal of two coplanar lines, which may be parallel, which may not be parallel. Alright? Right now I am talking about parallel lines. Okay, children, please. Now, pairs of angles on the same side of transversal. Pairs of angles on the same side of transversal. वो देखना चाहते हैं हम लोग. Pairs of angles on same side of transversal. आपको ट्रांसवर्सल दिखाई दे रहा है ना, द रेड लाइन. तो दिस इज सेम साइड, वन साइड, राइट साइड, और ये लेफ्ट साइड. रेड लाइन के राइट में 2, 3, 6 और 7 आपको दिखते हैं, और अदर साइड 1, 4, 5 और 6. लेकिन मुझे चाहिए पेयर, सो आई विल स्टार्ट विथ 1 and 4, एंगल 1, एंगल 4, 1 and 5. सेम साइड से मुझे जोड़ी बनानी है, एंगल 1 और एंगल 5, एंगल 1 और एंगल 8, एंगल 1 और एंगल 8, दे आर ऑन द सेम साइड. 1 का खेल खत्म, स्टार्ट विथ 4 and 5, एंगल 4 and एंगल 5, एंगल 4 and एंगल 8, एंगल 4 and एंगल 8. 4 का भी खेल खत्म, नाउ स्टार्ट विथ 5, एंगल 5 और एंगल 8. दैट्स इट. 8 के लिए जोड़ी नहीं है, उल्टा जाएंगे तो इट विल बी रिपीटेड. 8, 5, ये रहा 8, 5, 8, 4, ये रहा 8, 4, और 8, 1, ये रहा 8, 1. So it will be repeated. So these are the pairs of angles on the same side. Left, अभी right का बाकी है. So yeah, on left side, and now on right side, angle 2 or angle 3, angle 2 and angle 3, angle 2 and angle 6, angle 2 and angle 6, angle 2 and angle 7, angle 2 and angle 7. खेल खत्म 2 का, स्टार्ट विथ 3, फोर्थ वन, एंगल 3 एंड एंगल, आप रिवर्स जाओगे एंगल 3 and 2, तो 2 and 3 वो तो आ गया है. सो एंगल 2 and एंगल 6, फिफ्थ, एंगल 3 and एंगल 7, देन स्टार्ट विथ 6, एंगल 6 और 3 उल्टा जाओगे तो 3 and 6 आ गया, 6 और 2, 2 and 6 आ गया. सो नीचे ही जाना है, एंगल 6 और एंगल 7, एंगल 6 और एंगल 7. फिर 7, 7, 6, 7, 3, 7, 2, they are already there. So totally how many pairs of angles on the same side of transversal? On one side 6 pairs, on other side 6 pairs. So you will find 12 pairs of angles on the same side of transversal. Alright? Now please pay attention. That was on the same side. Now we are going to see on the alternate side. Alternate side. सेम साइड मतलब एक ही बात. ऑल्टरनेट मतलब वन ऑन लेफ्ट एंड अदर ऑन राइट. फर्स्ट पेयर, आई स्टार्ट विथ 1 और 2, एंगल 1, एंगल 2, 1 और 3, 1 ये बाजू है, 3 दूसरी बाजू है. सो एंगल 1 एंड एंगल 3, 1 और 6, थर्ड, एंगल 1 और एंगल 6, एंगल 1 और एंगल 7, फोर्थ, एंगल 1 और एंगल 7. देन आई स्टार्ट विथ 4 and 2, that is fifth one, angle 4 and angle 2, 4 and 3, sixth one, angle 4 and angle 3, 4 and 6, seventh one, angle 4 and angle 7, 4 and 7, 4 and 7, 4 and 6 I have to write here, and then it is angle 4 and angle 7. Let me start with 5. Now this is number 9. 5 and 2, angle 5, angle 2. 10, 5 or 3, angle 5 and angle 3. 5 and 6, angle 5 and angle 6. 5 and 7, 12, angle 5 and angle 7. 13, start with 8. 8 and 2, angle 2 and angle 8. 14, angle 8 and angle 3. Angle 8 and angle 3. 15, angle 8 and angle 6. Angle 8 and angle 6. And 16, angle 8 and angle 7. Angle 8 and angle 7. Alright? Okay? Any more? ये बाजू लेंगे तो सेम 2 1 1 2 2 4 4 2 2 5 5 2 2 8 8 2 वो तो रिपीट ही होगा. So totally 16 pairs of angles you will find. And how are this pair? On the alternate side of transversal. They are on the alternate side of transversal. These 12 are on same side. 6 on one side, 6 on other side. Are you clear with these pairs of angles? Okay. अब इन्हीं में से हम कुछ को चुनने वाले हैं. We are going to select, we are going to choose some pairs of angles and give them definite names. ये सबको नहीं नाम देने वाले, कुछ pairs of angles को हम नाम देंगे. Alright, fine. Let's see that. Children, what about this? Here the green lines are parallel. Here green lines are intersecting. And here is the third line, T, which intersects in two distinct points. So यहाँ angle number 1, angle number 2, angle number 3, angle number 4, angle number 5, angle number 6, angle number 7 and angle number 8. ये parallel lines है, ये non-parallel lines है, intersecting lines है. They also form 8 angles. 4 at one point of intersection, 4 at other point. जो भी angles हमने यहाँ देखा, वैसे ही एंगल्स यहां मिलने वाला है. क्यों? क्योंकि ये जो भाग है, दो लाइन, ग्रीन लाइन के बीच वाला जो भाग है, ये ग्रीन लाइन के बीच वाला भाग, दैट इज इंटीरियर. सो 3 4 5 and 6 are in the interior. 3 4 5 and 6 are in the interior. 1 4 5 8 on the same side. 1 4 5 8 on the same side. 2 3 6 7 on the same side. 1 2 1 3 1 6 1 7 4 3 4 2 4 6 on the alternate side. एक्सटीरियर की बात करो तो ये एक्सटीरियर रीजन हुआ. दिस इज एक्सटीरियर रीजन. तो 1 2 7 and 8 these 4 angles are in the exterior. Are you getting me? So आपको pairs भी वैसे ही मिलेंगे, similar. Okay, we'll see in the next diagram. Simultaneously, दोनों को साथ में देखेंगे. Okay. So here we are. Observe these two diagrams. The black line T is transversal of green lines L and M, which are parallel. Red line T is transversal of blue lines which are not parallel. They will be intersecting somewhere. Let's name the lines L as line AB. In both the case, this is line L and this is M. This is A, this point is B. Line M as CD, C and this is D. Alright. Line T as EF. Line T as EF. And they intersect in point P and Q. Here also they intersect in point P and Q. Alright, children. Now, yes, black line and green line L, they are intersecting. And this is the point of intersection. So, 4 linear pairs are formed and 2 pairs of vertically opposite angles are formed. So, at this point of intersection, 4 linear pairs will be formed and 2 vertically opposite. Another point of intersection, the black line T and green line M are intersecting at point Q. So here also 4 linear pairs are formed and 2 vertically opposite angles are formed. Same way. Here, okay, I'll number the angles. 1, 2, this is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Here also. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. So totally 8 angles are formed, that we know. But we are going to see the pairs of angles. We are going to see pairs of angles. Alright. We have already seen plenty of pairs of angles. interior, exterior, interior plus exterior, same side of transversal, alternate side of transversal. But as I said, कुछ चुनेंगे उसमें से. Only some pairs we are going to choose and give them specific names. Alright, the first one is linear pair. Linear pair of angles. Alright, here also same both. 1 and 2, 1 and 2. So linear pair, angle 1, angle 2. 2 and 3, here also 2 and 3. Okay, both places I'll write. Linear pair. 1, 2. Angle 2, angle 3. This is second pair. Here also angle 2 and angle 3. Then angle 3 and angle 4. Angle 3 and angle 4. Here also angle 3 and angle 4. Angle 4 and angle 1. 4 and 1. Angle 4 and angle 1. Fifth. Angle 5 and angle 6. Sixth. Angle 6 and angle 7. Seventh. Angle 7 and angle 8. And eighth. Angle 8 and angle 5. Same here, children. Angle 5 and angle 6. Sixth one will be angle 6. 6 and 7. 7 and 8. Angle 7 and angle 8. And the last one, angle 8 and angle 5. Children. So, whether the transversal of parallel line is given, or transversal of non-parallel or intersecting lines are given, you will get totally 8 angles in each case, and pairs, linear pairs of angles, also 8. Alright? And these linear pairs of angles are supplementary. Linear pairs of angles are supplementary. Means total measure of angle 1 and angle 2 is 180. Similarly, for all pairs of angles, the total measure is 180 degree. Whether it is in the first case or in the second case, linear pairs are always supplementary. So understood? So first pair of angles we have seen is linear pair. Linear pair. I'll make a note of that. Right? So moving on to the next pair of angles, and that is pair of vertically opposite angle. Pair of vertically opposite angles. Let's see. I'll write same because for both pairs of vertically opposite angles. Okay, children? Chalo, which is vertically opposite to angle 1? Angle 1 ko angle 3. That is the first pair. Then angle 2. Angle 2, the vertically pair made is by angle 4. So only 2 pair here and 2 here. 1, 3, 2, 4. Now 5, 7, 5, 7. So third, angle 5 and angle 7. Then 6, 8, 6, 8. Fourth, angle 6 and angle 8. So how many pairs of vertically opposite angles we got? 4. Whenever transversal intersects parallel lines or intersecting lines, they form 4 pairs of vertically opposite angles. Yes. And what is known about these vertically opposite angles? They are always equal. हमने ये linear pair में देखा, they are supplementary. They are supplementary, correct? But vertically opposite angles are always linear. So here we see the second pair of angles, vertically opposite angles. Vertically opposite angles. And they are always equal. Alright? Whether it is the lines are parallel or intersecting. Pairs of vertically opposite angles which are formed are always equal. We are going to see those statements. Even the first one, supplementary, it's a postulate. This one, it's a theorem. We are going to prove that later. Okay? But remember this results. Transversal of parallel or intersecting lines gives 8 pairs of linear angles or linear pairs of angles, and they are always supplementary. That means their total measure is 180. Acha. Next pair, transversal of parallel lines या intersecting lines gives you 4 pairs of vertically opposite angles, and vertically opposite angles are always equal in measure. If angle 4 is 60 degree, angle 2 also would be 60 degree. If angle 1 is 120 degree, angle 3 also will be 120 degree. So be careful. Vertically opposite angles are always equal. Linear pairs of angles are always supplementary, whether the lines are parallel or non-parallel. Okay. So we saw two types of pairs of angles formed by transversal of parallel lines या non-parallel. Children, now pairs of interior angles on the same side of transversal. बड़ा लंबा नाम है इस पैर का, but very easy to understand. Interior angles and on the same side of transversal. So which are interior angles? Okay, ये जो आपको रीजन दिखता है वो इंटीरियर है, ये जो आपको रीजन दिखता है वो इंटीरियर है, करेक्ट? तो इंटीरियर भी होना चाहिए, तो 3, 4, 5, 6, 3, 4, 5, 6 they are in the interior, but I want them on the same side. So which pair? 4 and 5 वो इंटीरियर में भी है और on the same side. यहाँ भी 4 or 5. So angle 4 and angle 5. It's a pair of interior angles on the same side of transversal. Second pair, 3 and 6 on the same side and in the interior. Yeah, 3 and 6 on the same side of this transversal and they are in the interior. So angle 3 and angle 6. Alright. So only 2 pairs of interior angles on the same side of transversal, that is what you get. क्योंकि आप 3 और 4 लोगे तो वो alternate side पे हो जाएगा. 4 is on this side and 3 is on the other side of transversal. But here interior pairs of angles on the same side of transversal. Is that clear to you? Okay. So third, I'll write in brief, children. Pair of interior angles, interior angles on the same side of transversal. ऐसे मैंने लिखा. Okay, interior angles on same side of transversal. So we saw 3 types of pairs of angles formed by transversal of parallel lines या तो intersecting lines, जो भी हो. You understand? Transversal हो तो they will give you 8 pairs of linear angles, 4 pairs of vertically opposite angles, and 2 pairs of interior angles on the same side of transversal. So moving on to the next type of pair of angles, pairs of, children, exterior angles, pairs of exterior angles on the same side of transversal. That is our fourth pair. Fourth, E for exterior, angle on the same side of transversal. Let's see how many we are getting. चलिए, ये बाहर का भाग है, ऊपर और नीचे का. ये ऊपर का 1 और 2 और 7 and 8. We want pair of exterior angles on the same side of transversal. Transversal चुन लो, exterior में 1 है और यहाँ 8 है. So first pair is angle 1 and angle 8. This pair of angle is called exterior angle on the same side of transversal. आगे यहाँ भी 1 और 8 ही होगा और दूसरा 2 और 7, 2 and 7. So angle 2 and angle 7. So here also you are getting 2 pairs. उसके आगे नहीं मिलेंगे. So how many pairs of exterior angles on the same side of transversal are obtained when transversal of parallel line हो या intersecting line हो? Are formed only 2 pairs. Only 2 pairs. Alright. मैं एक बात बताना भूल गया चिल्ड्रन. इंटीरियर के लिए जो इंटीरियर है चिल्ड्रन, इंटीरियर एंगल्स आर सप्लीमेंट्री. दोनों इंटीरियर एंड एक्सटीरियर दोनों दे आर सप्लीमेंट्री in the first case, but they are not supplementary in the second case. Be careful about this. Which are the interior angles? Angle 4 and 5, first pair. Next, 3 and 6. These pairs are supplementary. Angle 4 plus angle 5 is 180. Angle 3 plus angle 6 is 180. But angle 4 plus angle 5 is not 180 in this case. Angle 3 plus angle 6 is not 180 in this case. That is the difference. That's why we are studying these two diagrams simultaneously. साथ में हम पढ़ रहे हैं ताकि बराबर समझ में आए. Are you getting me, children? हाँ, लीनियर पेयर दोनों में सप्लीमेंट्री है. वर्टिकली ऑपोजिट एंगल्स दोनों में इक्वल है. डू यू अंडरस्टैंड? लेकिन इंटीरियर और एक्सटीरियर सिर्फ पैरेलल लाइंस में सप्लीमेंट्री है. Parallel lines हो, then only interior angles and exterior angles on the same side of transversal are supplementary. ये non-parallel में they are not supplementary. Angle 1 plus angle 8 total is not 180, though they are exterior angle on the same side of transversal. Why they are not supplementary? Because the lines are not parallel. Why here they are supplementary? Because lines are parallel. These statements are also going to be in the form of theorem, and we will be proving each and every one, whether it is given in text or not. We won't be proving postulates or axioms. Do you know why? They are universal fact, accepted without truth. You know them. Okay? Fine. So, till now, we have seen 4 types of pairs of angles formed by transversal of parallel lines या intersecting lines. I will repeat. Linear pairs of angles, how many? 8. They are always supplementary. Lines parallel ho ya intersecting ho. Then we saw pairs of vertically opposite angles. How many are formed? 4. They are always equal, whether the lines are parallel or intersecting. Third, we saw pairs of interior angles on the same side of transversal. How many pairs? We get only 2 pairs. Alright? They are supplementary. Total measure is 180 if the lines are parallel. If the lines are not parallel, the interior angles on the same side of transversal are not supplementary. Fourth, exterior angles on the same side of transversal. How many pairs we get? 2. Again, like interior angles, they are supplementary only if the lines are parallel. If the lines are non-parallel, they are not supplementary. So how many types we finished? 4. There are 2 more, and be careful about this too, because these 4, they are very easy to detect. They are very easy to observe from the figure. But next 2, you have to be careful. You should remember the conditions they fulfill. Let's see. Okay. So are you ready? Fine. Let's see. I'm going to put the conditions. Next pairs. Conditions. Condition number 1. They should be on the same side of transversal. Same side of transversal. Same side of transversal. जो भी पैर हम अब चुनने वाले हैं should be on the same side of transversal. जैसे कि 1, 4, 5, 8. यहाँ तो 4 एंगल्स है, हमें तो 2 ही चुनना है, तो कोई भी 2 चुनो. But there are 2 more conditions. Second, एक इंटीरियर में दूसरा एक्सटीरियर में. The pair that you are going to choose, one should be in the interior and other should be in the exterior. तो 1 एक्सटीरियर में है, 4 इंटीरियर में, ये एक पेयर हो सकती है. I'm writing it. Okay. बाद में 1 और 5 भी हो सकता है, क्योंकि 1 एक्सटीरियर में 5 इंटीरियर में. अच्छा, 4 इंटीरियर में 8 एक्सटीरियर में, वो पेयर बनेगा. 5 इंटीरियर में 8 एक्सटीरियर में. लिख लेते हैं. चलो यहां भी सेम. एंगल 1 इज इन द एक्सटीरियर, एंगल 4 इज इन द इंटीरियर, तो एक पेयर बनी. एंगल 1 is in the exterior or angle 5 is in the interior. Third, angle 4 is in the interior and angle 8 is in the exterior of 4. Angle 5 is in the interior and angle 8 is in the exterior. लेकिन यहां एक तीसरी कंडीशन है, नॉट लीनियर. जो भी पेयर आप चूज कर रहे हैं वो लीनियर नहीं होना चाहिए. तो देख लो, 1 exterior 4 interior but they are linear, so उसको मैं कट कर देता हूं कंडीशन के हिसाब से. Yes, then 5 and 8 वो भी linear है, so I'm going to cut this also because they do not satisfy this condition. Correct? ये linear हो तो नहीं लेना चाहिए, तो linear है, not linear. So when these 3 conditions are satisfied, I'm getting 2 pairs of angles on one side. I'm getting 2 pairs on one side, and then I'll get 2 pairs on other side. Which one? Angle 2 or angle 6. इसको छोड़ देंगे. Angle 2 and angle 6. फिर angle 3 और इसको छोड़ दो. Interior, exterior. Angle 3 और angle 7. So इसको हम कहेंगे फर्स्ट पैर, इसको कहेंगे सेकंड पैर, इसको कहेंगे थर्ड पैर, इसको कहेंगे फोर्थ पैर. So 4 pairs of angles कहां? On the same side of transversal. One in the interior, other in the exterior, and they are not linear. ये 3 कंडीशन सेटिस्फाई करने वाले pairs of angles कितने हैं? 4. एंगल 1, एंगल 5 जो एक इंटीरियर, एक एक्सटीरियर, एक इंटीरियर और लीनियर नहीं है, एंड ऑन द सेम साइड. एंगल 4 और एंगल 8 एक इंटीरियर, एक एक्सटीरियर, सेम साइड और लीनियर नहीं है. ये बाजू देखो 2 और 6, 2 एक्सटीरियर 6 इंटीरियर ऑन द सेम साइड और वो लीनियर पैर नहीं बनाते हैं. 3 और 7 on the same side of transversal, one is in the interior, other is in the exterior, and they do not form linear pair. Such pairs of angles, children, are called corresponding pair of angles. इसे कहते हैं corresponding pair of angles. So number 4 यहां. Now number 5, corresponding. All right. So how many pairs of corresponding angles are formed? 4. 2 on one side of transversal, 2 on other side. Are you getting me? दोनों साइड से कट हो जाएंगे because they are linear. Though one is in the interior and other is in the exterior. I hope you all are understanding this well. So what is corresponding pair of angles? आपको कंडीशन याद रखनी पड़ेगी. On the same side, one interior, other exterior, and they should not be linear. Then very quickly you will get the corresponding pair of angles. So how many corresponding pair of angles you got? 4. अब जैसे इंटीरियर एंगल्स और एक्सटीरियर एंगल्स ऑन द सेम साइड ऑफ ट्रांसवर्सल, ये जो दो है दे आर सप्लीमेंट्री. वैसे कॉरस्पॉन्डिंग पेयर्स आर ऑलवेज इक्वल. चिल्ड्रन, ये जो है दे आर सप्लीमेंट्री, but they are supplementary only if the lines are parallel. If lines are not parallel, they are not supplementary. उसी तरह corresponding pairs of angles are equal only if the lines are parallel. Here, angle 1 and angle 5. अब देखो, angle 1, angle 5 corresponding pair, but they are not equal. ये 60 डिग्री, ये 80 डिग्री भी हो सकता है. लेकिन यहाँ angle 1 और angle 5 they are corresponding pair. ये 60 डिग्री तो ये भी 60 डिग्री होगा. Okay, all right. Totally 6 types of pairs of angles are formed when transversal intersects two coplanar lines, whether the lines are parallel or intersecting. We have already seen 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 pairs of angles. Now 6th one. And what is the 6th one? पहले condition देखते हैं. Conditions. First, alternate side, not on the same side. Alternate side of transversal. हमने देखा corresponding में transversal के same side पे, यहां एक left में तो दूसरा right में, that is alternate side. Not same side means alternate side. Second, there should be interior angles only. हमने corresponding में देखा एक interior एक exterior, but there should be interior angles only. और third, not linear. वो लीनियर पैर नहीं होना चाहिए. तो हम इंटीरियर देखो, इंटीरियर एंगल्स ही चाहिए हमें. सो आई विल सी लुक एट इंटीरियर एंगल्स ओनली 3, 4, 5 एंड 6. अभी ये दो लेंगे 3 और 4 तो वो तो लीनियर बनता है, हमें लीनियर नहीं चाहिए. सो यदि एंगल 4 लिया तो 3 मत लो, ऑन द अदर साइड एंगल 6 ले लो. उसी तरह आपने 5 ले लिया, एंगल 5 ले लिया तो ऑन अदर साइड 6 मत लो बिकॉज दैट फॉर्म्स लीनियर पैर. take angle 3. Bus, only two pairs will satisfy these two conditions. 3 and 6, that is first pair. Sorry, 4 and 6. 4 and 6, एक ए बाजू एक दूसरी बाजू, and they are in the interior and they are not forming linear pair. हाँ, 4 और 3 नहीं ले सकते क्योंकि वो linear pair बनाते हैं. 3 और 4 satisfies two conditions. Alternate side पे है. Interior है. Not linear, नहीं, वो तो linear है. So you can't pick up that. So you will get only two pairs of angles satisfying these three conditions. And angles satisfying these three conditions, very easy to remember, they are called alternate pair of angles. They are called alternate pair of angles. Are you getting me, children? So you can remember now sixth is alternate. Sixth is alternate. Is that clear? Alternate pair of angles. Six is alternate pair of angles. अब वही चीज पैरेलल हो तो ये alternate angles equal होंगे. Yes, but non-parallel हो तो ये equal नहीं होंगे. You understand? So alternate pairs of angles are equal. Okay. पहले दो linear pair हो vertically opposite angle. Lines parallel हो या intersecting हो, linear pairs are always supplementary, vertically opposite are always equal. Now this next four pairs, interior angles on the same side of transversal, exterior angles on the same side of transversal, they are supplementary, but only if the lines are parallel. Now ये दो corresponding pair of angle and alternate pair of angles, they will be equal only if the lines are parallel. They won't be equal if the lines are non-parallel. I hope you have understood all 6 types of pairs of angles formed by transversal of two coplanar lines. Is that clear? Okay, to note down in your book. I know you can copy from here also, but still I am going to do pen and paper work. So next is pen and paper work for you to note down in the book. Is that clear? Fine. Fine, children. Let's see the definition of pair of vertically opposite angles. We discussed it yesterday, children, but then the definition was not given. Alright? So you may enter this definition also in your book. See these two lines. See these two lines are intersecting each other. So 4 angles are formed. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now you know very well the vertically opposite angles are angle 1 and angle 3. The blue arm and green arm, these are the two arms of angle 1. The black arm and the red arm, these are the two arms of angle 3. Two arms of angle 1 and two arms of angle 3, they form a pair of lines. The blue arm of angle 1 and red arm of angle 3, they form one line. The green arm of angle 1 and black arm of angle 3, they form another line. So that is the definition of pair of vertically opposite angles. A pair of angles, you can say 1 and 3, whose arms form two distinct lines is known as vertically opposite angles. Same way you can talk about 4 and 2. The blue arm of second and red arm of both, they form a line. The black arm of second and green arm of fourth angle form a line. Clear to you? Okay. So quite few things we learned today, correct? In both the figures, you will see transversal. The red line T is transversal of parallel lines L and M. Green line T is transversal of non-parallel, or you can say intersecting lines L and M. Okay, 6 types of pairs of angles you get. The first one is linear pair. Second is vertically opposite. Third is interior angle on the same side of transversal. Fourth, exterior angle on same side of transversal. Fifth, alternate pair of angles. And sixth, corresponding pair of angles. Let's write them one by one. It's already explained to you. So if you talk about linear pair, the first pair, angle 1 and angle 2, angle 1 and angle 2. Second pair, angle 2 and angle 3, angle 2 and angle 3. Same you will get from here also, 2, 3. Next is 3 and 4. In linear pair number 3, angle 3 and angle 4. And the fourth one, angle 4 and angle 1, angle 4 and angle 1, angle 4 and angle 1. Fifth pair also you get angle 5 and angle 6, then angle 6 and angle 7, this and this, angle 7 and angle 8, angle 8 and angle 5. So this is 6th pair, 7th pair, 8th pair. So these are 8 pairs of linear angles formed by transversal of two parallel lines or non-parallel lines. Okay. Pairs of vertically opposite angles. Yeah, angle 1 and angle 3. That is first pair. Sorry. Here, first pair, angle 1 and angle 3. Angle 2 and angle 4. Angle 2 and angle 4. Third, angle 5 and angle 7. And fourth, angle 6 and angle 8. Angle 6 and angle 8. So you have 4 pairs of vertically opposite angles. Correct? Next, pairs of interior angles on the same side of transversal. It should be interior and on the same side. You know, 3, 4, 5, 6 are in the interior. 4 and 5. First pair, angle 4 and angle 5. And second pair, angle 3 and angle 6. So only 2 pairs you will get. Only 2 pairs of interior angles on the same side of transversal. Look at the pairs of exterior angles on the same side of transversal. Okay, यहाँ देखना हो तो यहाँ ये सारे 3, 4, 5, 6 इंटीरियर में है. 1, 2, 7 and 8 एक्सटीरियर में है. So 1 and 8 they are on the same side of transversal. So first pair is angle 1 and angle 8. The second pair, angle 2 and angle 7. So only 2 pairs of exterior angles on the same side of transversal. That is what you will get. Now look at the alternate pair of angles, children. Okay. Alternate means they are on alternate sides and they have to be in the interior and not linear. So interior में 4 है, alternate पे 4 और 3, 4 और 6 है alternate side पे, लेकिन 4 और 3 linear है. So you can say first pair is 4 and 6, angle 4 and angle 6. The second pair is 3 and 5. Second pair is angle 3 and angle 5. 5 और 6 वो linear बनाते हैं, 4 और 3 linear बनाते हैं. So they aren't. Okay, 4 and 5 they are on same side, alternate side पे नहीं है. So you have 2 pairs of alternate angles. Is that clear to you? All right. One more pair, that is corresponding pair of angles. They are on the same side of transversal. One in the interior, other in the exterior, and not forming linear. तो देख लीजिए, one ये इंटीरियर छोड़ दो, दूसरा इंटीरियर लो. क्यों इसको छोड़ दिया? क्योंकि साथ में लेंगे तो लीनियर पेयर बन जाएगा. Correct? So angle 1 and angle 5. First is angle 1 and angle 5. Second, interior वाला 4 लो तो exterior वाला 8. Angle 4 and angle 8. ये एक साइड पे मिले, 2 पेयर्स हमको दूसरी साइड पे मिलेंगे. Angle 2 and angle 6. Third pair, angle 2 and angle 6. And fourth pair, angle 3 and angle 7. Fourth pair, angle 3 and angle 7. So you have 4 pairs of corresponding angles. Children, अभी एक चीज आप मार्क करो. इंटीरियर एंगल्स जो अंदर है, राइट? इंटीरियर ऑन द सेम साइड ऑफ ट्रांसवर्सल, ऑलराइट? एंड एक्सटीरियर एंगल्स ऑन द ऑल्टरनेट साइड. आप देखो, एक्सटीरियर एंगल्स भी मिलते हैं ऑल्टरनेट साइड पे. 1 और 7, 1 और 2 लीनियर बनाता है, बट 1 and 7 दे आर ऑल्टरनेट. ऑल्टरनेट 2 प्रकार के हैं. ऑल्टरनेट पेयर्स ऑफ एंगल्स इन द इंटीरियर जो मैंने लिखा यहां. नाउ ऑल्टरनेट पेयर्स इन द एक्सटीरियर भी होते हैं, और वो कौन से हैं? लेट्स सी. ऑल्टरनेट साइड पे चाहिए, जो 1 एक्सटीरियर में लिया तो 2 को नहीं ले सकते, क्यों? क्योंकि वो लीनियर बनाता है। 3 और 6 तो इंटीरियर है, तो 1 के साथ जाएगा 6, एंगल 1 और एंगल 7, 1 और 7 ये दो, ऑलराइट। और दूसरा 2 and 8, second pair is angle 2 and angle 8. These are alternate pairs of angles in the exterior. These are alternate pairs of angles in the interior. They are always equal. Alternate in the exterior हो या interior हो, ये exterior है ये interior है, they are always equal. I hope that is not confusing for you. It's clear to you, right? So we end up this session here. All right, we'll meet in the next session. Till then, goodbye.